What is up, guys? And I'm Randy, and welcome to a deck profile with Evil Eyes. As you can see, now Evil Eyes came out in Infinity and Chasers a while back, and as you know, they were filler for the Mega Tins, which made this deck more affordable and more cheaper because the top card, as you see, Cizrael, he was one of the short printed cards from that set. But so this deck is a lot more affordable and budget now, like the main deck anyway. I mean, obviously you can throw in your expensive meta techs, but that's different. But without further ado, let's get in the deck profile and see what this deck can do, really. Of course, because it is Evil Eye, this is your really main card that you really want to get into constantly. It's Cizrael, the Watcher of the Evil Eye. Now, when he's normal summoned, unfortunately, it's only when he's normal summoned, unfortunately, you can add one Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, so he searches. So basically, as you're searching for the deck, then if this card is equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene, which is the main equipped card this deck is kind of centered around, you can do this. It's a quick effect. You can target one special summon monster your opponent controls and pop it. So, it's pretty cool. I mean, targeting removal is kind of meh, because a lot of stuff has immune to targeting, but it's something. And then also, you can only use it once per turn. And then once per turn during your next standby phase, after this card effect was activated, you have to pop one of your cards. But that most likely won't happen. Then, of course, 3 Medusa. Now, this is where things get a little weird and kind of, I don't know, my take on it. A lot of net decking I was doing. I've seen people rocking Medusa at 1 or 2. Maybe I thought, I just want an Evil Eye on board so I can make my other Evil Eye cards live, so I can actually use them, because I want Evil Eye monsters to actually use my spell and trap. So I'm like, you know what, I want to maximize myself on all the Evil Eyes, because that's what the whole deck's central around. But, I mean, she's still good. I mean, say if she's normal summon, which you really don't want to do that, you can, recycle one of your Evil Eye cards from your graveyard. And then also, she's a DD Crow, Crow, you can banish someone from your opponent's graveyard, which, I mean, it's pretty dope, it's pretty good. I mean, she's good. Then, of course, we have 3 Basilisk, the Familiar of the Evil Eye. He's your extender. He's your generic extender for the deck. See, if you control an Evil Eye monster, you can just summon him out. Done with him. He's pretty good. I mean, he's just an extender for the deck. Then also once per turn, say during your main phase, you can send one Evil Eye spell and card from your deck to your graveyard. So he can basically, he's a foolish burial goods for your deck for your Evil Eye spell and trap. So he has that purpose, but I mean, he's mostly in here for just generic, a special summon. Then, of course, now we have, I'm not going to pronounce that name, but we have this Familiar. He's pretty cool. You can target one Evil Eye spell and trap card you control once until the end of the next turn. That card cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect, so it's a good way to protect your Selene so it doesn't get, MST or some other stupid bullshit that could happen to it. It's pretty good. And then, say if you control Evil Eye monster other than him, while he's in the graveyard, you can special summon him, but banish him when he leaves field. So he extends, basically he can flow out from the graveyard to climb up into your bigger Link monster, which is a lot easier to make now because of the set, the Net Rise of the Duelist, the set before that. Eternity Code, when that came out, it dropped a new Evil Eye support. Then our last monster of the deck, we are watching only 2 Tour Guide. I mean, we already have enough normal summons of the deck. Tour Guides in here, it's good. It's literally a 1-card combo in a sense, but if this gets ashed, okay, I'll just pass and set some stuff. But that's been the monsters. Standard, I would say. I mean, I like it. It works pretty good. It gets what it needs to be done. But now let's get to the spells, which is what this deck, spell and traps, what this deck is pretty much what about. Evil Eye of Selene, this is your main card. This is the Evil Eye deck in a card, if you would want to say it. Equip only to an Evil Eye monster, go figure. It gives your Evil Eyes, protection from being destroyed by battle or card effects, and also cannot be targeted, so it gives it a bunch of plethora of good stuff. But every time you also equip monster's effect, or you activate another spell and trap card effect, the equipped monster gets 500 points, but you also lose 500, so it's kind of a give and take, so you have to be careful of your life points with this deck a little bit. Then, also you can pay, say if you pay 1,000 life points when this card's in your graveyard, you can banish one Evil Eye spell and trap from your graveyard, and you can add this card back to your hand. So, I mean, not add it back to your hand, you can set it, so it has a float back effect, but like I said, you can burn through your life points extremely quick in this deck, so you have to be really, concentrate on what you're doing so you don't burn yourself to death. Your next mandatory 3 of, I would say, is your field spell. Evil Eye Domain, say Pareidolia. You can add one Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand, so it's a rota of the deck. Like, you can add your Cizrael, your Medusa, whatever you want, really. Then also once per turn during your damage calc, if an Evil Eye monster is attacked while this is on the field, in your spell and check card, so you can make the battle damage, let's see, from that battle also to your opponent. So it's just bam to your opponent as well. Then if this card on the field, a field card is destroyed by card effect, you can target one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard and add to your hand, so it has a float back effect. So if this pops, you can add back a Sergil or whatever you need, like a Medusa or one of the familiars. Then we have 3 Awakening. You can cut this down if you wanted to. I mean, it's just, in a sense, a monster reborn from the deck. It's just an extender. I mean, it's really good if you do have Evil Eye of Selene, because a special summons right from the deck, which is really good. But if you want, you can, but it's a hard once per turn. But so if you want, you can cut it for a monster reborn or something. I mean, it does the same thing. But if you don't know what it does, special summon one Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard. And if you control Evil Eye of Selene, you can special summon one Evil Eye from your deck instead. Hard once per turn. So it's just out there, an extender, and get your plays going, get stuff going. The last, not last, but next spell card, Evil Eye Repose. It's a way to draw cards too. I mean, when you ever activate this card, you can banish one Evil Eye card from your graveyard, draw 1 card. So it's a way to, just plus. I mean, it's a free plus. Then once per turn after having calculation, if your Evil Eye monster equipped with the Eye of Selene attacked an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster, just banish it. Gone. Then if this card in your spell and check card is destroyed by card effect, you can target up to 3 your banished Evil Eye cards, return them to the graveyard. So everything you've been banishing off this card, you can bring it right back to the graveyard. So it just brings everything back. Now our other 3, other Eye of Selene is 3 Evil Eye of, not 3, but 2 Evil Eye of Garganio. I've seen people rock this at 1. I just want it because I really want to see my equip spells, because that's what I need to get the better effects off of my Evil Eye cards. Equip only to an Evil Eye monster. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. This card becomes Evil Eye of Selene while in the field, while in the spell and trap card zone. While your life points are lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster gains the attack difference between your opponent's life points and your life points, so it gives it a little boost. Depends how big the difference is. You also can banish the card from your grave, then discard 1 Evil Eye card and add 1 Evil Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So it's a way to, it's another out to search something. I mean, it's there. Our quick play, Evil Eye Computation. It's your MSD for the deck. I mean, if you control an Evil Eye monster, target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. So Mystic Mine out, because that didn't get hit on the ban list, so that's going to still be running around. And if you do, and if also Selene's on the spell, Selene is in your spell or trap card, so you can banish the destroyed card instead. I mean, it's an out to Mystic Mine. That's pretty much what it is. And then the card that kind of made the summoning of the big Link 3 monster Evil Eye possible is 2 Evil Eye Emergence. It's just token spams. That's literally it. Special 1 Familiar Eye token, level 1, 400 defense and attack. Or if you have the Selene out, it gets 2 instead. So, bam, you can link climb, go crazy. Then, also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except for Fiends. So it does lock you into Fiends, so keep that in mind. So you can't go willy-nilly and link climb all the way up to your Axis Code Talker and blow the whole entire field up. You have to be mindful with this. You also can banish from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot target Evil Eye spell and trap cards you control with card effects this turn. So it's, while it's in the graveyard, it can actually protect your Selene from being, just popped. Then our last 3, not last 3 spells, but our draw power is 3 Allure of Darkness. Every monster is dark. If you want, throw Extravagance in. You only need 2 of your extra deck monsters, and you rock them at 3 anyway. So Extravagance you can definitely use easily, no problem. But I just like Allure because I really didn't want to get my Extravagance out. So it's Allure. I threw it in. Screw it. Then our last spell is Terraforming to search out the field spell to basically search out your Evil Eye stuff. But that is it for the spells. Now we're going to go to the traps. Evil Eye traps. Infertility Berry is a good card. And Evil Eye has one, so we're going to rock it at 3. When a spell or card is activated while you control an Evil Eye monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it. So this is our Solemn for the deck. It's just a generic negation. Why not? It's pretty good. And also, if you do control Eye of Selene, this also gets protection from also being negated. So if they chain it with a Solemn or something, they can't. I mean, it's pretty good. Then Mesmerism, it's your mind control. It literally takes your opponent's monster. When your opponent special summons a monster, activate this card by targeting 1 of the special summon monsters in attack position with attack less than Evil Eye monster control. So your Link monster gets pretty big, so that pretty much will always be alive. And then take control of it. But when that monster leaves field, you just pop this. So that's also treated as an Evil Eye monster as well. Then our last card is Defeat. It's your let's see, exploratory expulsion device. If I control an evil eye monster, I can target one monster on the field, or up to two if I control the Eye of Selene. It's a return to the hand, so it just sends stuff back to the hand like a problematic monster that can't be outed. Just send them back to the hand, just get them off the field, bam, bye. But that is it with the main deck. We're going to go to the extra deck now. It's just Cookie Cutter, let's say generic. I mean, it's just a bunch of generic Link monsters. Nightmare Cerberus, I mean, it pops a monster. I mean, it's a fiend, so it keeps us within the limits. Nightmare Phoenix, and one Nightmare Griffin. I mean, if you want, you can throw a unicorn instead. I've actually never broken down and actually got a unicorn yet. I guess I never got one. So I guess I have Griffin in for a placeholder, but you can use unicorn instead. Then our bigger guys, we have Mech Knight Cruvius Seed. It's Avermax, this big boy. Abomination to blow everything up. Fuck him. Borolo Dragon. I mean, you can take your opponent's stuff. He's a big beast. Boral Guard Dragon, just another big Boral monster. If you want, you can put Boral Sword in instead. But I like him. I always liked him because he's always like a gimmicky card. I really like it. It's just interesting. Plus, he's kind of underrated in my opinion. So, always have one of them. One Access Code Talker and one Appaloosa. You'll most likely never make Appaloosa unless you're going on a really extremely defensive play. But Access Code Talker just blows everything up. So, you can easily make them as long as you're not under the restriction of the spell card. So, it'd be fine. And then that is it for our generic Link monsters. Sorry, I touched the camera there. Let me stabilize that real quick. Now we have our Evil Eye Link monsters, the ones we really want to summon out and get going. Gorgon. Gorgon's pretty cool. Against 100 attack for each Evil Eye card with different names in your graveyard, so she can get up there, she can boost herself up. Then quick effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects. So it is an effect veiler on effect veiler, so it's pretty good. And also you can only use effect of once per turn, and then once per turn during your next time of phase, you have to pop a card. Well, it points to. So you can pop one of your opponent monsters if they somehow put it in the zone that it points to. So pretty good. And then the big boy himself, 3 Zerziel, the ruler of the Evil Eye, 2 Evil Eye monsters. So he's not generic like Gorgon is kind of. If this card was link summoned using a excuse me there. Basically, if you use a monster with 2600 or higher attacks material, it can make a second attack, so it just does more damage. And if this card's equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene, quick effect, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it, so pop stuff. Bam, and then once per turn during your next standby phase, after this effect was activated, negate the effect of one effect monster's card points to. So if your opponent, again, it summons to a zone it points to, you can negate its effect. So, pretty good. I mean, I like the deck. It's cool, it's interesting, it's unique, it's different. I mean, plus it's still getting support, so who knows, they might actually release the one card that might just break this deck, so you never know. But cheap right now to get it. I mean, besides the tech cards you want to throw in. I mean, that's up to you. That's up to your discretion. But it's a fun little deck to take out, play with your friends. You know, whenever we can do that again. You know, who knows though. But this has been it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. And until my next video, bye bye.